project. I mean, I think the script pretty much spoke for itself. All the time when you hear about these like thriller type of movies, there's always some type of bank robber or a person breaking into a house, a person you're trying to keep out of a house, but you never really have anything on valet workers or valet drivers. So once I actually saw that these guys weren't this complete masterminds where they're going away, they have this elaborate scheme of how they're going to walk away with $1 million worth of stuff. Like, no, they're pretty much the worst criminals ever. And they're breaking into houses and walking away with items and materials that you really wouldn't even know that you're missing. Books or small little credit cards.
It's actually quite clever then.
Yeah, it's quite clever, but we don't give ourselves that much credit, at least.
Yeah.
Like we think we're doing a good job, but realistically we walk away with $5 sometimes. So I mean, just that alone, and actually seeing that David Tennant was attached to it, and just seeing where the characters went, that automatically just pulled me in, and I was hoping that I would book the role. So.
It was suspenseful though. Like, I read it, and when you're reading it and you can't put something down, I always say if I have to take a break reading a script, it's not the script for me. And I just read it straight through. And then you audition, and when I met with Dean, it's a big thing is the relationship that you're going to have with the director, and if how they're going to shoot it, is the style and the way that you see the film, and make sure that you balance out those things. And it was lovely. He's lovely.
What drew me to it, I like the idea of playing that part, it just seemed kind of fun to do, I suppose. And also David being attached again, because if the person opposite me was somebody I didn't really think was that great, I wouldn't have done it, because it would be too hard. It wouldn't be good. And then also a big thing was Dean had his own distribution company within the company, and like, it's all well and good sometimes doing a movie, but you don't know if it's going to get distribution. And so knowing that was kind of a guaranteed thing, because he was going to do it himself, that was a big pull too, because I'm like, well, at least it's going to get released. I mean, you can't be sure all the time that things get released,
Also, I'd never done a film before, so there was like a big aspect of me that I was trying to put. Yeah, it's my first movie. So like, sometimes you put energy out. I'd done television, and I just knew stylistically it wasn't what I really wanted to, so it came back, which is nice. Yeah.
So each of you had a moment in the movie with David. What was it like to be on the receiving end of his intensity, that glare and everything?
I think it's when you're in the moment. Besides the fact that you're in the character and you have to kill it every single time, he just makes you want to do that much better. It depends on what set that you're on, where rehearsal is a big thing. Usually you just mark the movements of what you're going to do. When I saw him in rehearsal, how he was just in it before they even yelled action, it just automatically just kept me on my toes. And I knew that I had a lot more scenes to do with this guy left to do with him, and it just made me, if anything, it made me intimidated in the right way to actually be like, no, I'm here, I booked this role, I'm going to do great, and I'm gonna give it my best, because I see he's obviously doing it before they even yelled action. I haven't even done my scene with him yet, and I see that he's in it, so, yeah.
He throws the ball and you hit it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
What was it like for me to do scenes? Again, it depended on the scene, you know what I mean? I couldn't, as Kerry or as a spectator, stand back and be like, excellent, David, you know what I mean? I had to be in the scene with him, so it depended on what scene I was in.
Did he make you actually feel the fear that you were portraying on the screen?
I mean, to be honest, it was more like, I wouldn't have, like, fear, I don't know. I was kind of mixing it with kind of like really fucking hating him. And the fear starting to turn into what I would do to you if I was able to. And making it like that, because I thought that was a little more interesting to play. So, playing fear just one note all the time.
It takes her out of being a victim as well. And gives her a little power.
It just gets a bit boring as well, just playing fear, And then what was the other thing? I suppose, I can't remember my train of thought. That's enough.
That's how you fucking save someone. Is the best line in the entire film. I mean, I stood up. I was watching it on my iPad. And I'm all like, woo! No! It was so amazing.
Robert was so funny, because after we shot that, he was like, shit, I reacted bigger to that than when I thought you got killed. And I was like, Jesus, Robert, we got to do that again then.
Yeah.
The director mentioned that he doesn't believe in putting actors in danger, like he does a lot of digital effects, but it doesn't sound like he had any problem with putting you guys in uncomfortable situations. So can you talk a little bit about like working in cold, working in Portland, that he had long days, any stories, like especially having to be in chains and tied up and everything, stories about what that was like as an actor to kind of prepare yourself for that?
I think, Dean is definitely all about safety first. You know, he wants to make sure that we don't get hurt, even for stunts that we know we can do by ourselves. We'll make sure that there's a stunt double just to make sure that we're okay. But he didn't say anything about us freezing our balls off. It was really cold, guys. It was like negative.
So much snow.
It was so much snow. Okay,
It was
never snows in
beautiful.
Portland, so I
Ice
hear. It never snows in Portland, and last time it snowed was like 10 years ago.
It was
like 5 different storms while we were
so
there.
nice.
But we had to get these shots, you know. So I think it helped us. It made me a little bit more vulnerable, and it made me want to kill every single take because I needed to get inside because I was freezing. I'm like, okay, done, and I would run inside. So yeah, that definitely helped.
I'm Canadian, so it wasn't that cold. But I don't like. He never put me into that. Like, I don't have that much. I guess there's one scene where I get like beaten up pretty bad. Like I always think when it snows and all of those things just add to the experience of like making a movie, you know, like every single person on set, maybe like the person working the boom is also going through that, and it becomes a family and a team, and it's inclusive when something's thrown at you like that. It's not just everybody doing their roles and going home. It's like we're all dealing with this thing together. Yeah, so it's nice.
The getting in the chair every day, that was a bit, you know, but like from the very first time that we practiced it, I just had a plan that I was just going to zone out when they were putting it all on, like to completely like kind of not think of anything and zone out, because if you start to think about it, and the guys who were doing it were getting kind of nervous because they kept having to check who had the key to which lock, you know, and they had to have this kind of choreographed way of doing it because they had to be all on a specific way. And I was like, we have the key, and telling me they have the key, and everyone was more worried, so it was easier for me to just like completely like not pretend and that's not that none of it was happening. And then it was like, okay, yeah, because I think everybody felt really like it was so weird and
seeing that chair. It was like it's like when you go to a museum and you see like the torture. Yeah, like the torture stuff, and you're looking at that and knowing that she's gonna have to like actually sit in it. It's like the most uncomfortable.
And then to take off the chains took ages too. So like once I'm in it, like I'd have to be in it for ages, and then it would be like I couldn't pee, so I'd be like, God, I can't have coffee, can't have water.
They just need a potty underneath.
I know, imagine. Exactly. I threatened it a few times. I was like, I'll have to go to the loo if you're not careful.
I love this is like a women's panel.
But
that didn't kind of turn out that way.
It's freaking awesome.
These lads are pure on the outskirts. Now that lovely.
We heard a lot of laughing from over there. Did you guys have some funny stories?
What are we laughing at?
What were we laughing at?
Probably Carrie.
Funny stories, was it?
No, I think she was just being witty and
just
her,
being
like
her.
cute little.
It scares me.
Any interesting stories from behind the scenes?
I said out there, I think it's crazy that I got Hamilton tickets and sound.
Yeah, did you were not outside,
You're not outside?
Or were you doing interviews? They weren't, no.
You were stuck in here. Oh, so we have. Okay. I didn't want to retell stories that we already.
They haven't heard any
Oh,
of that.
okay. So I live in New York, and Dean, I literally just met him because it was all through Skype and all the technology now. And he's like, "Have you seen Hamilton?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Why not?" And I was like, "Because it is so expensive and impossible to get tickets." And he goes, "All right." So I get 2 tickets delivered to my trailer to go see Hamilton in New York the next week, which is crazy because like the wait list is insane. And I go, and then Paul McCartney sat behind me.
Oh, wow.
Also sat
so funny.
behind me. It's a great little button. So that was insane. Also, like, musicals are great, fun. So Dina and we sang a little bit on set.
I went to my first strip club in Portland.
With Robert. The fucking boys.
I don't know. It was like right down the street.
It was right down the street. Yeah. They also have a vegan Mexican restaurant attached to it, which I think is funny.
Okay.
I thought it would be a lot nicer. In the movies, it looked so much fun, but I was like, this is not what I thought was that it was gonna be like. Like I respect all the working girls there, but it just it was an experience. It was an experience. And then I had to like make it rain, but I was the only one there doing it. So like everyone else was putting like $2 and $2, and I was just like, you know what? I've always wanted to do this. So I threw it up, and then no one yelled. And so I left afterward.
Oh, that's so true.
I'm never going to a strip club ever again in my life. Thank you. This is the reason why
Also,
I
the
don't
only
come.
ATM, because the restaurant was on the other side, was in the strip club
Yes.
part. So I had to walk through it to get my money out to pay for my burrito.
Oh.
Yeah.
Down the
But they
street.
got good food there, though. They got
Great
Mexican
food in Portland.
I don't have any funny stories.
No, it's
No,
just
it's
right
right in the
downtown.
city. It's apparently
You're staying kind of a
it's apparently like a real
Exactly.
like one of the oldest strip clubs in Portland. That should have been a red flag.
Giving
Right
her
there.
an easy out.
You know, but I just thought,
Yeah, that's what she's not admitting.
Yeah.
I did like it. You know why? I was getting paid.
Yeah.
Considering the stripper story right now,
Yeah.
it's kind of an interesting
Come on now. Probably a lot more.
I haven't at both.
Oh yes, I'm still wrong.
You getting paid for?
Oh no, they were
I'm
saying I
still doing
probably
music. I'm still
liked
doing my
getting
music and
restrained.
acting.
I was like, when I did, I was getting paid.
It's weird. Like at first I started doing music. Then when I
Well, there's a splinter
got, like, 18
group.
years old is when I first booked my first film, and then from there it was like music and acting. Right now I'm on another series called Step Up High Water, and the character I'm playing is a young homeless R&B singer. So I'm singing on the show, you know, on top of, you know, so it's cool that everything's coming full force where I can be on a series that I can act, sing, and dance. So second album just came out a few months ago. We're working on the third album now, so plan is to be like the Latino Justin Timberlake in a sense where he's releasing albums, he's acting, he's writing, he's producing, he's doing all that. So that's what I'm trying to do.
You, good for you.
Thank you, my love.
I believe you do this well.
I'm trying.
Is there anyone from the reggaeton in the street you would want to or would like to do something with?
I would say Daddy Yankee definitely. Bad Bunny, he's got a wave right now. Maluma's killing it. Ozuna would be great to have any records with him. Yeah. And to somehow get on a record with Ricky Martin, and even though he doesn't do any reggaeton type of stuff, but if you got legend Ricky Martin on the reggaeton record, Prince Royce can probably get it done, but you know, yeah,
You got it.
yeah.
It's actually a good segue because we want to talk about this movie, but also we know that you guys are moving on to other things. What are the next things that we can see you guys in?
I'm shooting the second season of Salvation on CBS at the moment, which is a little bit, it steps into the sci-fi genre, but isn't fully. And second season should be pretty good, actually. So.
And I do the voice of Friday on The Avengers, and that's coming out a week before our movie. So you'll be saturated with me. And then, and Better Call Saul, season 4 of Better Call Saul.
And then Step Up High Water, which is out, just came out January 31st, and waiting on the second season. So, and East Los High, which is out as well. Thank you for watching.
Hey!
So we already have your musical taste there.
Yes.
So what kind of music do you guys enjoy? Favorite band?
Oh, I don't have a favorite. Depends on the mood I'm in.
Okay, so what kind of music?
I like
When you're pissed off.
Yeah.
when I'm pissed off. My own voice. That's what I listen to as I rant and rave. Okay, when I'm restrained and pissed off, probably kind of suicidal music, like, do you know, Radiohead or something to really bring me down, you know, just downer than down. But then I like everything. I don't know. That's hard for me. Classical, I love everything. I love women singers, but I know what I don't like. This is a good tip for you now, if you want to lose me. I don't like men being too soppy. I don't buy it. I think they're trying to win me over by sounding
But
real
what
romantic,
about like
and
the
I don't buy
legends
it.
in like the 60s?
Don't like it. I mean, I like
You
the
don't-
voice. I love the beat.
You like the voice, but you don't like the like.
I don't like a
"Let's
man
get
being
it
too
on," like
lovey-dovey
that.
or something. Play hard to get her, you know. I don't
Rick
know.
James.
Don't lie.
He's the 80s.
Yeah, I love me some Rick James. I mean, Rick James is awesome. Rick James is the truth. But yeah, I don't know how.
That's just me, you know.
Yeah.
I love music. I worked on a show called Roses, which was like a dream a little bit. Because we had a new band that played every episode, which was insane. But I'm like a big Stevie Nicks fan. I love like 1930s jazz is a big one. I'm just starting to get into classical music, so if you have any recommendations, please send it my way, because I didn't grow up with that.
You don't like classical now?
I just don't know that much about it. Yeah, that's where I have been, and I'm slowly being
It
introduced.
evokes
It's blowing my mind. Yeah.
All sorts of feelings.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Does anyone have one question?
Got everything. Love it.
Thank you both so
Thanks
much.
so much.